So today, Tuesday, followers Flair and Tech. There were quite a few things today, so we were playing around with what it was to really allow ourselves to swing the leg out and in, and also feel this kind of idea here in terms of like this little plie position. So if we're coming around out of a forward ocho, we can use that and swing that in. So if we're doing a forward ocho, we have that idea there. Same thing on the other side. And we can play with where that swing goes to. So we can keep it on the ground or we can bring it up. So feeling that kick at the end if we wanted to. Or we can actually bring the whole thing up into the air and make that a bigger movement. We also, speaking of being up in the air, we can play with just having that swing action as well. We can take that backwards and feel what it is to have it go back and switch and then around. So we spoke a little bit about what it was to feel the knee joint working for us. So when we go back, feeling how in that extension, if we want to switch there, we can play with the feeling of that leg folding in and then out again so that we get that switch from one to the other. Same thing on the other side. So feeling how that leg can loosen in and come back out again, which is a really nice sensation. Speaking of the knees, we also spoke about how we can have that idea of the knee coming in to create very small circles, and then how we can fold it out to create something bigger. And in that action, we talked about how we can definitely have the inside edge of the toe along the ground because there's no weight on it. But the moment we go to put weight on, to let that flip over so that the weight is going into the ball of the foot and everything's really solid and you're not developing bunions in your feet. Whereas if we put pressure through here, this is a very problematic spot. So we just want any pressure going into the foot, we want to let that flip over. But if it's free, go for it. Speaking of that free leg, recognizing the idea of using lines or circles. So in the line, for example, if I bring it up and down, that could be my adornment there, where I've got a line here and a line out to there. So thinking of that and recognizing that means that we can also play with where the accent is. So is the accent here, or is the accent actually on the retraction? So feeling how that could be the accent when the leg pulls up. So if the music goes fa-dum, so maybe it hits the main beat but then jumps up in the music, fa-bum, we can hit that accent up there. So we played with that idea, and then we also brought in these lovely little shuffle movements. So recognizing that if this is my timing that the lead is giving me, whether I take one step or 3 steps, it's actually going to end up on the same leg. So I can play with putting that in. So if I'm going for a walk, I can actually play with slipping that in, and it won't affect so much the leader because I make sure that I'm still arriving with the leg that the leader asked for. So if I go back, same thing. So I've got right, left, right, left, right, left. So it hasn't changed what leg I'm on, and I'm still following the direction and the flow and the timing. So it's really fun to put those little things in. Awesome. Have fun with it, guys. Enjoy.
Recién siento que me apenas saber que te hice mal.